This video shows an incident, which happened during the mooring operation of an inland tanker barge, and the resulting lessons learned. What happened? A barge was moored at a jetty of an oil terminal, for loading operations. The barge has a length of 135 meters, and the jetty was 80 meters long. The sailor completed mooring operations, therefore he turned off the winch located on the aft deck, behind the accommodation. After that, the sailor went to the accommodation entrance on the starboard side. This is the only entrance to the accommodation. At the same time in the wheelhouse, the boatmaster wanted to go out, to get an overview of the mooring situation. At the moment the boatmaster turned off the propulsion, the rope, which stands along the bollards near the accommodation entrance tightened up, and moved upwards from the bollards. The rope shot off the bollards and hit the sailor's jaw. The sailor was unconscious for a moment. Luckily, the sailor was not seriously injured. What are the direct and root causes of this incident? The first cause is inattention. The sailor knew the procedures and is familiar with the mooring process. However, he acted not in line with the common practice, due to being inattentive for a moment. The boatmaster was supervising the mooring operation from the wheelhouse. He used his cameras to supervise, however he failed to notice that the rope was not positioned correctly. The second cause is the failure to follow the procedures. It is clearly stated that crew members need to avoid snapback zones. In this case, insufficient consideration was given to moor the barge with the accommodation entrance on the opposite side. The third cause is the design of the jetty. The jetty, with a length of 80 meters, is less suitable for mooring a 135 meter long barge. When mooring on a relatively small jetty, the barge crew must be aware of the risks that arise in this mooring situation, such as long mooring ropes. Studying this incident, there are some lessons to be learned. Always be aware of slipping ropes. Ropes positioned in an upward direction should always be wrapped under a bollard pin. The responsible boatmaster must supervise and check the mooring actions of the crew at all times. All crew members must always follow the procedures and best practices. Avoid routine, inattention, and check each other. Be aware of the risks of mooring, specific on this type of jetty. Always choose the safest option. Give consideration to alternative options, such as the mooring position, and which side of the barge is the best to be facing the jetty. Taking into account the walkways towards the accommodation entrance, and the position of the ropes.